We now know who the biggest Lakers fan is.
Who's that?
It's me. It's not. It's Laker T.
Yeah, that's true.
We're contenders now,
now
baby.
they have two guys that can't play defense. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, he's obsessed with when they drafted Dalton Connect. He's like, oh yeah, he's great, but doesn't play defense.
Yeah.
Like he's
about
obsessed
defense so much.
in the league where defense matters the least by a country mile. Arian is obsessed with defense.
Welcome back to Nanodosing. It's Tuesday. It is February 4th. The groundhog saw his shadow, so we're still in winter for now. Today's episode is being brought to you by Game Time. Big T, can you pull up some Super Bowl tickets, some big game tickets for this weekend? I want to see what the prices are, see if they're going up or down. We love getting out to live events, whether it's a concert, football game, or comedy show, and we always use Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. You know how much we love Game Time. Now with their brand new Game Time Picks feature, they're making it easier than ever to get to a game. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. If you look at those Super Bowl tickets right now, you can see on Game Time Picks that they have the best prices for you. Big T, check it out. What are we looking at with the GT Picks feature?
The best GT Picks feature on here. Now, keep in mind, this is the big game.
Yep.
Okay? And you're getting a Kendrick Lamar concert.
True.
And all that. And these are more expensive elsewhere. But on Game Time, GT Picks, I can get you in for $31.18.
Okay. I wonder if that's
Into the
going to
big
go up
game.
or down the closer we get to the game. But they have the best prices. And if you're looking, maybe pull up a college basketball game and see what we're looking at for the next University of Tennessee game. Next Vols home game.
Playing Missouri on Wednesday, ranked matchup.
Love that. They're all ranked matchups in the SEC.
Most of them. I can get you into Missouri, Tennessee. Little different than the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I can get you in for $7.
Wow, $7. And you use promo code Macro for your first purchase. You can take $20 off that total. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code Macro. You get $20 off your first purchase. Some terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code Macro for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game time.
Who?
Nice. All right, yeah, we're back. It's Nanodosing, and Arian Foster is a coward. He talks shit about me when I'm not around. I'm going to talk a little shit about Arian Foster. Arian, his beloved Lakers just executed the biggest trade maybe in the history of the NBA. He had some takes online. He is, I think, the only Lakers fan that's like, we got hosed. Like Arian
it's
is
insane.
the face guy. I can't believe it.
I had a friend text me and say, Arian saying this is a bad trade for the Lakers is worse than him not believing in God.
Yeah, I thought he was doing a bit at first. I was like, what's going on, Arian? But I guess his point is that like Luka doesn't play defense.
Who cares?
Yeah, good point. They made it to the NBA Finals last year.
He's one of the 3 or 4 best basketball players alive. He's 25 years old.
I vote that if the Lakers win a championship with Luka as their primary guy, Arian Foster is not allowed to celebrate it.
100%. Laker T was celebrating the deal. I was trying to get Arian on board.
Yeah, you're trying to talk him into it.
Which is nuts. They got Luka.
Luka is very,
for
very good.
Virtually nothing.
Big T, he's 270 pounds.
Number one, I don't believe that's true. Number two, again, who cares?
Yeah, even if he was 270, I don't care. He still scores 40 a game.
He's a monster.
Yeah. We also have Jersey Jerry in studio today. Appreciate you filling in, Jerry, while I'm in New Orleans. You're a big NBA guy. You love the association.
Massive. Yeah, massive NBA guy.
What does Laker Jerry think about this? Jerry West.
Jerry West. I tell you what, if I'm a Laker fan, I'm thrilled. Just got I think Big T says 3 or 4. I think he's top 2 player in the NBA.
Who's your
you
second?
have him. My first, you mean?
Yeah.
Jokic.
I would go with him, probably. I'd go with him. He's pretty damn good. I don't know. Luka's what, 25?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as a Lakers fan, you have to be thrilled. Anthony Davis is always hurt, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's, I think, about to be 32.
Yeah, he's always hurt.
He's always hurt. Anytime he falls down, he just stays down on the ground.
I just don't know. How do you think LeBron and him play together? You think it's good?
There's just one ball, Jerry.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing.
Can I answer that question?
Yep.
Who cares?
Okay, good point.
LeBron could care, though.
LeBron, I think they'll be great. They have two awesome players, but also LeBron's going to be gone in a year or two.
Yeah, he's finished.
And now you have Luka for the next 10 years.
That's a good point. No, and nobody plays defense in the NBA
it doesn't matter.
anyway.
None of it matters.
Who really plays defense?
Yeah,
besides Wemby blocking shots.
You just have to have guys that can score more points than the other team when the other team gets open shots.
Yeah.
Just have better scores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a team of top 5 scorers in the NBA than top 5 defenders in the NBA any given day.
Yeah, it's a move for the future. And I think LeBron has to be fine with it. There are people saying that LeBron was not aware of this trade until it went through.
That's bullshit. I don't believe
No,
that.
I do believe that.
You think so?
I think the Lakers don't like Clutch, and they were sick of basically being beholden to them. And so when they got you do this trade no matter what, but I think they got rid of Anthony Davis because he's with LeBron's group. And
gotcha.
That's why LeBron wasn't made aware of it.
Gotcha. You think LeBron would? I don't think LeBron would try to put a stop to it. Do you?
No, I think he would have been like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Unless he was trying to protect like a Clutch guy.
Yeah.
I think
who's their big now? Who's their big?
They don't really have one.
Jackson Hayes, is he on the Lakers?
I'm not sure. This is good
When's
for your
the trade
boy
deadline?
DK. I think it's Thursday. Now
they can probably go. They're probably going to go get a big, right?
They probably will. This is a conspiracy podcast, and I feel like this trade opens itself up to a lot of conspiracy thoughts because of the way that it all went down. So you have one of the best players in the NBA, top 2 in Jerry's book, and you're trading him away at the age of 25, and you don't call around to try to get a good deal for him. You just essentially call the Lakers and say, yeah, we're going to trade him for AD. You would think that for a player of that caliber, you would call everybody and be like, give us your best and final offer. We're comparing offers and make people compete to try to get Luka, try to get a haul for him. If you look at what other teams have gotten for much worse players than Luka, they get way more picks. They get a bunch of stuff. Feels like AD's kind of getting shit on a little bit, despite the fact that he's a pretty good player. AD is a very, very good defender. He's a pretty good player. But he's getting shit on, like, in no way is he even the same atmosphere as Luka Doncic. But why would you get rid of such a good young player without trying to get the best deal possible? What is going on?
The Mavs GM getting in front of a microphone and saying, yeah, I only called the Lakers. I asked Rob, do you want like one of the best players on the planet? And he was like, yeah, and we got it done. Like that. I'm not saying this as a joke. Like he seems like he might not be all there mentally. Like something might be wrong with him. He might be going through something.
Yeah, he might be. And then he trotted Jason Kidd out and made Jason Kidd sit next to him.
That was
and be like, this guy didn't even know. Nobody knew what I was doing.
Yeah. And Jason Kidd's really just sitting there with a 1,000-yard stare like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why am I out here being a human shield for this guy? Why am I at this desk while he explains that this could cost both of them their jobs in a couple of years? That I don't know what's going on, but the wheels are turning in my head because the thought I had was if he's doing this trade and essentially, not trying to maximize the value for his awesome young player, either he's been compromised by the Lakers, like the Lakers have some sort of a side deal going with this guy, or he's trying to get a favor from the Lakers at some point because it makes no sense.
Do you think the NBA was like, listen, LeBron's obviously 40. He's going to be gone in a couple years.
Well, not the Lakers dead. 40 isn't that old.
Right, but he will be gone from the NBA.
Yeah.
The Lakers need their next superstar. They went from Kobe to LeBron to now they need the next guy. Just give them Luka for whatever, get Anthony Davis back. And when you get fired for making such an egregious mistake, we'll just write you a check for $10 million and you'll go on your way for taking care of this.
Or you'll have a cushy job in the league office.
Yep. Yeah. Vice president of internal affairs for basketball operations, making $1.2 million a year for the next 20 years.
A completely made up position. He reviews all trades to ensure competitive balance.
Yeah, I actually want to see what this if this guy what his next job is.
Yeah, but now all that said, we might look like idiots. Everybody might look like an idiot if the Mavericks do some work this postseason, because Anthony Davis is a very good. He's a very, very good defender. He's a great defender, and they got Kyrie, they got Clay. They could. I don't know if they'll get to the finals like they did last year, but I mean, crazier things have happened. In which case, let me ask you this: how many titles do the Mavericks have to win to justify this trade?
One.
You think just one?
Yeah.
No, more than the Lakers.
More
like
than
if
Luka
wins 3 with the Lakers in the next 15 years.
But if they win it before the Lakers win it,
I guess. But that's not going to happen.
I mean, probably not. But I would say if they go out and win it within the next 2 years and Lakers haven't won it, I think they won the trade.
Okay, so what about
unless Lakers win like the next 2 or 3 in a row, you know?
Okay, what if the Browns traded Myles Garrett to the Steelers for TJ Watt?
Yeah.
You guys win the Super Bowl.
I don't really want to talk about this, to be honest.
Yeah, Jerry. Jerry. I'm sure you're having a hard time.
You win the Super Bowl. You win the Super Bowl next year.
Okay.
Right? Titletown.
Yeah.
Russie holding the Lombardi. You're riding
love that.
You're riding on the float with Russie in future.
Yeah.
You're holding him up like the Lion King, like Simba. You guys win the Super Bowl, and then the Browns win 3 Super Bowls after that, and TJ Watt gets 3 Super Bowl MVPs.
Then the Browns would have won the trade.
Right. So in this case, if the Mavs win the NBA championship this year, and then the Lakers go on to like have another dynasty with Luka,
I'd go with the Lakers then. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not going to know who won this trade for like 15 years, probably.
We know who won.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well,
they got a global generational superstar for Anthony Davis and 1 first-round pick in a year that they're going to be awesome. Here's what I don't understand. So you could have gotten Dalton Connect or whoever else, whatever, fine. How many picks could the Mavericks have demanded before the Lakers said no?
Yeah,
12.
Probably.
Like I don't think there's a number.
First round picks.
Yes, if they're like, we want your next 8 first-round picks, and there's like,
I think they would have did.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be really good. Fine, whatever. We don't care.
Right. Draft picks don't mean as much in the NBA because if you have a superstar, if you have a top 5 guy, then that's 1/5 of your roster that is locked down, and you just work on getting free agents to surround your guy with a good supporting cast. Maybe
I really don't
a lucky
think
second rounder at some point.
If they're like, we want your next 8 first-round picks and 5 second-rounders, and they're like, you said Luka, right? All right, yeah, deal.
Yeah.
And he got 1 pick.
1 pick. He got a pick. It's crazy. There's something going on. There's something. I'm officially saying there's something going on here. I don't know if they know something about Luka that nobody else knows, and they had to get rid of. They didn't want to have to go through a summer negotiating supermax with him. They didn't want to make that decision. So essentially, the GM of the Mavericks, I think he pretty much said this. We saved ourselves a lot of work that we're going to have to do over the next couple of years negotiating a contract with this guy. So that's good. Let's think about all the paperwork he doesn't have to do. Now I'm getting very woke on this. I think Arian might be a plant. I think he's an industry plant to make it seem like this isn't such an ass kicking by the Lakers that a big Lakers fan like Arian Foster is like, oh fuck, I hate this trade. This is so man, I can't believe that we gave up all that for Luka Doncic. Damn, that's not fair. Think about it.
Yeah, I really can't believe when he was texting he plays no defense, this, that, and I couldn't believe he was serious.
I mean, Luka lost out on a lot of money with this trade, no?
Yeah, so
I think over $100 million.
Yeah, according to Windhorst, he lost out on probably 50 or 60 million when it comes to just the Supermax. And then also the state income tax that he's going to have to pay playing in California for most of his games as opposed to Texas.
I think it was a total of like 118 million or 117 million, something like that in total.
So he's got to be pissed off too.
Yeah, exactly. I think he got the most fucked out of this situation.
He'll make it up. He's going to be playing for the Lakers as one of the best players in the NBA. He'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he'll be okay. I mean, that's still a lot of money though.
But if you're a Mavericks fan, you've like penciled in the next 15 years of your life being filled with great basketball because of Luka.
Exactly, yeah. That's I don't know what I'd do if I was a Mavs fan.
It'd be bad. There's a lot of guys that are very upset. They brought a casket outside the arena.
Yeah, I seen that. That's incredible.
It's nuts. So
the full-on protest out there in Dallas.
They might boycott the games. I think the players boycotted that first game.
Oh, did you see the first half? It was like 91 to like 40 something.
I live bet Cavs minus 45.5 at halftime just because it was funny. And they were up 46 with 30 seconds left, and some guy I've never heard of for the Mavs made a three with 10 seconds left, and they won by 45. Or they were up 3 more than I needed, whatever, and they won by 1 less.
That's tough. But yeah, tough morning for Mavs fans on Sunday. Feel bad for them. What's the NFL equivalent to this trade?
Like player?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people say Josh Allen for Matt Stafford.
Yep.
Yeah, I could see that.
Josh Allen also looks a lot like Luka.
Yeah, he does.
Skinny Luka.
He does. I like the Luka coming off the plane with the LA sign. That was cool.
Yeah.
See that? That was nice.
He's going to be fine. He's not going to make that extra $100 million, but I think he'll end up very happy in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Healthier food out there too.
So Is there? Yeah.
Yeah. California, all the libs. With their
LA, yeah.
Green juices.
You'll get the vegan soy juice and
vegan soy. I never even heard of that.
Vegan they got everything, brother.
They'll skinny you right up. All right. Well, that's the Luka talk. I'm sad that Arian's not here to defend his take, but that's okay. I think we figured out that he's just a plant. So Lakers.
We now know who the biggest Lakers fan is.
Who's that?
It's me. It's Laker T.
Yeah, that's true.
We're contenders now,
now
baby.
They have 2 guys that can't play defense. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
2 white boys that can't play D.
He's obsessed with when they drafted Dalton Connect. He's like, oh yeah, he's great, but doesn't play defense. Like he's
obsessed about defense so much.
In the league where defense matters the least by a country mile. Arian is obsessed with defense.
Yeah, for somebody that is like very very progressive with a lot of his sports takes, this is one thing where he's like old man.
Yes.
Yeah. Old head Arian.
Old man yells at cloud.
Boomer.
Yes. Big time boomer take by Arian.
Unc said defense is important.
Yeah. So also we have Myles Garrett requesting a trade. Jerry, you are the biggest Myles Garrett fan that I know. What do you think he goes for? What would you offer?
I think what would I offer for Myles? What do I think he's worth right now?
Yeah.
2 firsts.
2 firsts. Okay.
That's what I think his value is. I think it's 2 firsts. I could see and I think he's making the right move, by the way. I think he's elite. I will say that. He really is. Year after year, he's up there. Him and TJ Watt and the Max Crosbys, they're all elite there. Aiden Hutchinson, when he's healthy, he's elite. If I'm the Bears, I make a play. If I'm the Bucks, I make a play. Commanders, I think, suits him nice there. Just proved they made it to the NFC Championship game. Why not go there? I don't know if he likes Washington or, I could see him in Chicago, though. I could see that.
You think the Bears have PTSD from doing the Khalil Mack deal? Kind of the same type of situation.
Yeah, but I think the Bears are so weak at that position, along with you guys, too. I think you guys are really weak there.
Yeah.
That could be a piece that, takes you to another level.
Mm-hmm.
Where could you see him?
I was thinking Pittsburgh. I was thinking pair him up.
It'll
with
never
TJ.
happen. It'll never ever happen. Steelers don't trade draft picks number 1, and they don't have the money to pay him.
Yeah, and also the whole.
I don't know what I would if that would happen. I don't know. What do I do?
I would jump off a bridge if he went to Pittsburgh. I'd jump.
Secretly, like Myles Garrett and TJ are like best friends.
Yeah.
Like they definitely don't like each other.
Yeah.
Probably not. They bring back Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
The only way it would work is if they made Mason Rudolph give a press conference beforehand, being like, "This is okay.
Yeah.
I've accepted him onto the team. Water under the bridge."
What do you think he's worth?
I don't know. I mean,
he's 29. I think
he's still really good.
Yeah,
I think he's still. Everyone's saying he's like the best pass rusher in the NFL. I would say probably 2 first-round picks. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, Khalil Mack went for 2 firsts and what, a 3rd or 4th, something like that.
Yeah, it was definitely 2 firsts and then something else.
Yeah.
Some people are saying that he's worth like a 1st and a 3rd. If it's a 1st and a 3rd, get it done.
Oh my God, I think that's a steal.
Get it done. If it's a first, even if it's a 1st and a 2nd.
Yeah.
I say get it done. He'd be awesome as a commander. And we need a lot of help there. They just said
you love Myles Garrett.
I think he's a very good player.
Yeah, no. You love him though.
I think
you love him.
I think
you think he's the best pass rusher in football.
I think he's one of the best. Yeah.
No, you think he's the best. You've said that multiple times on stream.
Max Crosby is pretty good too. I don't want to shortchange him. TJ's really good at punching balls out. Like he's very good at causing.
Well, also TJ played with pretty much a broken leg the last couple of weeks, so I don't count those games.
Okay, so the ones that he didn't have any tackles or that was injured.
Yeah, I don't count those. He was really hurt.
Okay, I do.
And I have inside sources that tell me he was playing at about 50%.
Okay, well, the reason why I don't say let's go out and try to trade for TJ Watt is because I recognize that man is a Steeler.
Yes, he is.
And if you put on Commander's uniform and helmet, you know that he'd just be thinking about being a Steeler the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know what I like. I can't see the Steelers doing this, but if they did that, I'd be broken to the point of I don't think I'd be able to ever come back from it.
Yeah. And TJ Watt, he's put in some good years for you.
He has, yeah, he has.
And if they send him to Cleveland, and you got to go up against him a couple times a year,
he would never go to Cleveland. I can promise you that.
We'd have to get you one of those split jerseys where it's like Steelers and Browns at the same time. But yeah, I feel like if we ended up getting TJ Watt somehow, he would just have really good games against the Ravens, the Browns, and the Bengals because he would just be thinking in his head how can I help the Steelers more?
Yeah,
even if he wasn't on the team.
Listen, on the record, I played golf with TJ Watt last year, and he's a Steeler down to the core. He wants to be a part of the, he wants to fix these problems going on in Pittsburgh. So he doesn't want to request a trade out. He doesn't want to get traded. They're gonna make him top 2 highest paid defender in football in a couple months here. So I'm not worried about TJ Watt leaving.
Who's number 1?
Crosby sign?
I'm not sure who the highest paid defender is. Could it be Myles Garrett?
Could be.
Yeah.
Or edge rusher, maybe highest paid edge rusher.
For
Nick
the record,
Bosa.
I want. He's a Steeler.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got incredible legs. Have you ever seen his legs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, so thick.
During the playoffs last year.
Are you going to be able to see Saquon or no?
Maybe. We're working.
Okay, so I need you to do me a favor. If you see him, don't even, as soon as you make eye contact with him, just go right to his thighs, and you're going to be blown away.
Okay.
He has the biggest thighs I've ever seen on a person in my life.
You like what you see in the lower half, JJ?
Oh, dude, it's actually shocking.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe it when I went to his birthday party, and I just looked at his legs, and I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
How are you getting invites to Saquon's birthday?
I'm friends with his manager.
Nice.
Yeah, so his legs are nuts, Eric.
Yeah.
JJ just sitting in the corner staring at Saquon's thighs.
You can't help it.
No,
It's got
I
tree
can't.
trunks.
No, and whose ass were we talking about? Remember that? The body. C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
He's got the fattest ass in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes. You ever seen his ass?
No.
Just wait. Next time he's in pads.
Okay.
Yeah, JJ notices these things. He does.
Yeah.
The Bosas, the CJ Strouds, the Saquons, they've got.
Yeah, if I was a GM, I'd look at ass, I'd look at thighs, calves, and ankles. I'd look at all that.
Who's got the best ass in this draft class this year?
I'll tell you what. Probably Genty.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a thumper.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got a thumper.
Jerry, at some point, as you're doing draft prep, which I know that you're really into,
so into, yeah.
Yeah, I need a big board of the biggest asses, the best asses.
Yeah, I think we need a first round mock, but just by ass. The top 32.
I could do that.
All ass team. Wait, this guy's got a thumper. This guy's got.
Next time I come out, you have to have me on before the draft starts. We'll do like a portion of the show, which is top 32 asses.
Top 32 asses, first round ass, and they don't have to be great players. Just these are the best asses in the draft.
Yeah, we could do that.
I like that. I mean, you're not wrong because Kirby Smart said that. I think it was Kirby that said Bill Belichick taught him always look at their asses. Yeah. That's how Belichick would draft, especially defensive players.
Yeah, you got it.
That's where all the power comes from.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, the NFL kind of some crazy news, but the NBA loves to try to take over Super Bowl week with storylines, and I think they did it. They did it yesterday. But to your point about Saquon, do you think that Saquon is going to be more motivated to play well in the Super Bowl because Bitcoin went way, way down, and he takes like all of his endorsement money in Bitcoin?
It's down right now, right?
Yeah, it was down this morning. I don't know what it's at right now, but it was
like 12% after Kramer said buy all the Bitcoin.
Yeah,
he's on a crazy cold streak.
Let's see what Bitcoin is right now.
Is he really taking pretty much all of his endorsements in Bitcoin?
He said something like that a couple years ago. That
I remember that. No, I remember that. Yeah.
So I didn't follow up on it. I don't know. I don't know how that's gone. Oh, looks like Bitcoin's up 3% today. But yeah, it's down. It's down over the past week or so. Below 100K. Big T. Are we winning this trade war?
I think so. You saw Mexico caved.
What did they cave?
They agreed to. Hang on, I'll read you what Trump said this morning. They agreed to put a bunch of people at the border, and I just spoke with President Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico. It was a great, friendly conversation wherein she agreed to immediately supply 10,000 Mexican soldiers on the border. These soldiers will be specifically designated to stop the flow of fentanyl and illegal migrants into our country. We further agreed to immediately pause the anticipated tariffs for a 1-month period, during which we will have negotiations, yada, yada, yada. I look forward to participating in those negotiations with President Sheinbaum as we attempt to achieve a deal between our two countries.
Okay.
Now, Canada, I think we're still in a Canadian standoff with them. But
okay, when it comes to the 10,000 soldiers that will help secure the border, she agreed to immediately supply 10,000 Mexican soldiers on the border. It seems, just from what I'm seeing right here, that the 10,000 troops have been there since like 2020. And this might be just like an annual thing or just like a constant supply. I don't know. I guess we have to wait.
I feel like if that was the case, Trump wouldn't be so quick to accept it, but I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see. What about Canada? What's the goal with Canada? Are we trying to make Canada the 51st state?
I don't know. I haven't read enough into it.
Okay, so we're doing tariffs on Canada, and then Canada is like, yeah, well, I know you are, but what am I? And then they slapped equal tariffs on us. And then I think Trump said that it would be okay if they wanted to become the 51st state. For the record, I don't want a 51st state. It would fuck up the flag too much.
Everything. We have a perfect number. I don't.
One in, one out.
We don't need to mess with it
as far as states go, or just make the Dakotas one state.
I'll be honest. I thought there was 48 states.
There's 48 in the contiguous U.S., and then we got Alaska and Hawaii.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. And then maybe Greenland.
So I always thought it was 12, 12, 12, 12. That's 48, right?
What do you mean 12, 12, 12, 12?
24, 36, 48, right?
Like on the flag?
Yeah.
It goes like 7, 6, 7, 6.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You thought they were like conferences.
Yeah.
Yeah. There should be conferences.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like state conferences, the Southeast, SEC. But yeah, I don't know if I want 51 states. I don't know if Canada wants to be a state either.
Puerto Rico's not a state, right?
Territory.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Jerry, I saw
Mexico. What's that?
Its own thing.
Okay, separate. Yeah, completely separate.
Brand new country. I saw that you're considering getting a house in Colombia.
Yeah, so I went on Donnie's Drop a Pin with Chaps, and I mean my girlfriend and her family are Colombian, and property's pretty damn cheap there. I don't know, like an Airbnb or something like that. You know what I mean? I thought that'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a guy too. His name is George. Met him out there last time I was there. Hired him for a week to be like personal like driver / like security. We went golfing together. He was my caddy out there. We went fishing together. I think he'd be the perfect guy to run it.
Yeah.
I'm just scared of like, I mean, what do you do if like you get a nice little property out there and I'm over here and somehow some type of cartel takes George captive or something? I mean, what do? I just give him the property, right?
Yeah. I mean, do you want to fight the cartel?
I don't. No, I'm not interested in that.
No.
You know?
No.
Not interested.
That's a fair concern.
I'm worried about too, as like an American, like negotiating, you know, for a property. I feel like I just get railroaded. I think they'd try to take advantage of me, and I don't know enough about the economy over there or anything like that, or real estate in general, actually. So like, I'd probably just get fucked.
You would buy the property and then you would spend like all your weekdays down there fixing it up.
Exactly. Yeah. And then like trying to hire guys out there. It's like, I don't know who I'm dealing with.
You would be on the phone all day, just like talking to Colombian contractors.
Yeah.
No, fuera, más. No, menos pesos.
Yeah, I just feel like, I mean, I don't think, I mean, maybe one day, you never know. But like, I don't think I'll ever be as big in the content game as like a Big Cat or a you or a Dave. So I'm trying to see what's another path to become a multimillionaire.
Right.
You know, I think real estate is great for that.
Mm-hmm. But then, the costs that go along with it.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that's a good investment, but it's also a very risky investment.
Yeah, I just feel like stock market's risky too.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
We need, I'll tell you what guys like me and Big T, guys like us we need Dave to make this coin. And before the coin goes to market, Dave needs to text us, just dump every dollar we got into this thing, and then it goes to market and we just get right out. Once we like 10, 20, 30x our money, just get right out.
I don't know. Is that legal?
Listen, I think Dave is in conversation. I texted to Dave yesterday and like, it's like, hey, what's the update on this coin? He's like, I don't know. It's a lot of obstacles around this. I called Austin. Austin's like, I guarantee, he picks up the phone. He's like, you're calling me about the coin, I'm guessing. I'm like, yeah, how quick are we getting this coin? He's like, yeah, it's really complicated. I think it's a lose-lose for Dave. I will say that. But I think it's a win-win for guys like us at Barstool behind the scenes who would know the coin is coming out.
I have no part of that.
Yeah, I don't know, Jerry. How would you feel if you were investing in something, if TJ made a coin, Watt coin, maybe just Grit coin, and he puts that out, and then you're like, oh, I can't wait to invest in my favorite player's coin, and then you buy, and then like, I don't know, you sink 50 grand into it, and then a day later it's worth $500. But then all the Steelers, like Nick Herbig, is like, thanks, TJ. I just made a shitload of money. I can retire. I got $20 million in my pocket right now.
You know, I just like, hey, T, like, I need a couple autograph game used jerseys, and we'll call it even.
Yeah,
that's all I need out of this.
But if he doesn't, then
it'd be a problem. Yeah.
Now he's made a very powerful enemy in Jerry's army.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I'm very scared of the stock market. I'm scared of the meme coins. I'm scared to invest in stuff like that. Real estate, I'd feel like I'd be a little bit more comfortable to invest in. I don't know.
Because you've got to like pay a guy down there to manage it.
Well, even if it's not down there, even if it's like, I don't know, somewhere out here or in Arizona or Florida or something, you know?
Yeah. That sounds like a good deal, like an easier thing to manage.
I'm surprised guys at Barstool hasn't come together, you know, in all these years and put their money together and buy properties together.
Jerry, you know what you're describing.
No.
I mean, it's kind of communist.
Is it really?
A bunch of people pooling all their money together, sharing resources.
I guess, yeah. I mean, yeah, but as friends.
JJ Combs?
Yeah, JJ Combs.
Commie J?
Maybe.
I don't know if that's
Imagine
communism.
Nicky Smokes imagine me, Nicky Smokes, and like Eddie on a deal together. It just never would work out ever.
Yeah, you send Nicky Smokes to go manage your property in Colombia. See how that turns out.
Yeah.
He's never coming back.
Never coming home, no.
You think he's skinny now after working out for 2 months. Wait till you put Nicky Smokes down in Colombia for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's going to look like Kate Moss.
Yeah, it'd be bad.
Yeah, no, that's not communism, Big T. That's capitalism. That's people putting their money together and making an investment. It would be communism if like the government took it and said, "Hey, we're going to own this, and then we're gonna strip it of its resources."
Yeah, but everybody buys, and now everybody moves there. We're all gonna plant crops. We're gonna share. It's a whole thing.
How do you feel about the work that the Department of Government Efficiency has been doing? You guys in Doge.
I try to. I don't care. I don't see anything because I muted the word Doge on Twitter a long time ago when everybody was talking about Dogecoin. So I don't see any of it. I just hear secondhand from people talking about it.
The funniest part to me is that he's got apparently a team of like 6 25-year-olds that are heading this up, and they're all a bunch of like Silicon Valley type looking nerds that are like calling every department in the U.S. government and being like, "What would you say that you guys do here?" And then getting people who have like worked in these big government departments for dozens of years to like justify their jobs to like a 23-year-old with like an SEC haircut. And the group looks hilarious. Like if you look at these guys as being, you know, calling all the shots in the government, it's like what's going on? And now Elon's pissed off because they got doxxed, their names got out. So he's like kicking people off Twitter for saying their names right now. It's where's Vivek? Where's Vivek in all this?
I think he's part of it, right?
Is he still part of Doge?
I saw they're doing like Twitter Spaces every day talking about what they're doing.
Oh well, I think
I saw he was in it.
I need to listen to the X Spaces.
That's the other is I see people mostly on the left talk about this as like they're lurking in the shadows, these unelected bureaucrats running things, and then they just get on Twitter and they're like, here's exactly what we've been doing and what we want to do.
Okay. Well, I need to pay more attention to that, I guess. I haven't tuned into their spaces yet. But if you
I haven't either, but
if you look at this Bloodhound gang that they put together of like 24-year-old Palo Alto cyber nerds, it's quite a scene. It's quite a scene. Look like the Backstreet Boys. All right, what else we got in the news? I saw you sent something across about Ukraine.
Oh yeah, we have misplaced $100 billion, it seems.
Okay, Big T. I mean this in the most respectful way possible.
Mm-hmm. You're about to defend it.
No, I'm not. Did you watch the video? Or did you just read that guy, what's his name, Colin Rugg? Did you just read Colin Rugg's tweet?
No, I watched Zelensky with subtitles say that they haven't received 100 of their 180 billion.
Okay. So after watching the video, it was pretty clear that Zelensky was saying, I've seen figures reported in the United States for $177 billion, $200 billion, even at times. I've seen those numbers get thrown around. We have received no money. We've received $90 billion in aid in terms of weapons, in terms of training. He was saying that the number of 177 billion in cash is made up. Like, it's not like we sent
those are the numbers that our government has reported that we've sent.
Right, but he's saying that he has not, the deal is not for like $177 billion in cash. And so far, out of everything that's been authorized, they've received $90 billion in equipment. Not that they saw $100 billion in cash go missing.
Correct. He hasn't. Our government has said we've sent them 180 billion, right? In cash, supplies, whatever.
Not cash.
He's saying total, everything.
Not cash. He's saying that we've sent over $90 billion in terms of weapons, training,
right.
things like that. Yeah.
Our government says we've sent 180, correct?
Our government has authorized $180 billion worth of training, weapons.
My understanding is that's what's already been dispersed, supposedly.
Okay, well, I don't know what our figures exactly say for like as of this date, but what Zelensky was saying pretty clearly in the video was we haven't gotten that cash. Like nobody over here is just taking receipt of $100 billion in cash, because that doesn't exist.
I don't understand with which part you disagree then.
Because it sounded like Colin and you were saying that we sent over $100 billion in cash, and then Zelensky is saying the $100 billion in cash just went missing.
No, I think there's $100 billion in stuff somewhere that someone is missing. Okay. I'm not alleging we sent them $100 billion and he like stashed it away.
Okay. All right.
I'm saying our government is claiming that we've sent them $180 billion in equipment, everything, whatever. He's saying that's not true.
Yeah.
So where is all that money?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if it's like pending or if it has been shipped and it got stolen from the airport runway by a bunch of guys from Belarus. I don't know what.
Well, it sounds like you think it's all like, oh, we'll find it later. Like it's just all above board. It's a misunderstanding.
No, I was just saying that it's not like pallets of $100 billion in cash just went missing. Like somebody stole that off the back of a truck.
Right. I never said that.
Okay. I saw a lot of people who were saying that, who were insinuating that.
I think you've inferred that.
No, I've literally seen, I think Alex Jones gave a press conference yesterday about Zelensky just admitted to stealing $100 billion.
If we took everything Alex Jones said, I mean,
pay attention. Pay attention. Alex, put another coin in.
You're the number one Alex Jones fan.
Correct.
I like Alex Jones too.
Yeah.
I want to interrupt for a second, and listen. This I may be very ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold off.
No. You gotta go. Say it, Jerry.
What? Okay, fair.
J&N.
Can you inform me? I'm not really in the news as much and dig deep into all this. Why is this our problem?
Great question,
okay.
JJ.
Why? Like really? Like why is this America's problem?
Okay.
I don't understand that part of it.
Great question, Jerry.
And I would love an explanation.
Okay, I do not.
Because I don't know what's right or wrong, to be honest. It seems very wrong for me.
I can tell you why some people in the government say that it's America's problem. I'm not endorsing this myself because I don't know enough about it. That's like 10, 20 spaces ahead of my understanding of geopolitics.
For sure.
But why we're saying that it's our problem and why we're involved in the first place in this is that we're a member of NATO.
Okay.
The North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Yes.
And that started during the Cold War. So as the Soviet Union was trying to take over territories and spread communism across Europe and across Asia and even into like Central America and the Caribbean, South America, all these places, as they're trying to take over and invade other countries, all these European countries that weren't strong enough to defend themselves against Russia or against the USSR, they said the only way that we're going to be able to keep Russia from taking over our countries is to unite, is to become like, you fuck with one of us, you fucked with all of us. Okay. So they signed up for a thing called NATO with us, and we said that we would protect them against the USSR in case they would invade because we wanted to stop communism.
Okay.
So,
hear me out. Do you think Ukraine would do the same for us?
If the USSR invaded the United States?
Correct.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lose-lose for America and Americans, I believe.
Yeah, so where we're at is we have this like commitment to NATO, and the USSR, or Russia in this case, just invaded the Ukraine, and they just like because they wanted to take over that land. They just decided that they would start bombing Ukraine. They would invade it with soldiers and kill a bunch of civilians and stuff. And so,
well, hang on. That's your position?
Russia decided to start the war. Yes.
They had asked repeatedly, like, do whatever you want with NATO, just don't let Ukraine in because they're on our border. And that would obviously make us quite uncomfortable. And then we were like, fuck you, we're going to put Ukraine in.
Ukraine is not a member of NATO, though. They weren't a member of NATO when Russia invaded.
They're a member of like a NATO alliance or partnership or some shit.
Right, but you understand that Russia decided to invade. And the reason why Ukraine...
If Canada joined China's military alliance, you think we would be okay with that?
I don't know that we would invade Canada and like
You think we would
Toronto.
Just take that on the chin, be like, go for it?
No. But I don't think that we would start a land war with New Brunswick.
I don't think we would, nor should we, be like fine with that.
Okay, so a big reason why Ukraine wanted to join NATO, wanted to get closer and cozier with NATO, was because Russia already did that back in 2012 when they invaded Crimea. So they love invading Ukraine. It's like Putin's favorite thing. Listen, I don't know exactly how it benefits the United States to be like super interested in defending these countries in Europe, besides the fact that like unchecked aggression from a dictator is historically not a great thing.
No.
But he did, like, Big T, come on. Russia, they decided, it was their choice. They decided to invade Ukraine. Obviously, they weren't happy with everything Ukraine was doing, but
do you like care a ton about that?
I don't think it's a good thing. I don't think it's good to have Putin just invading other countries.
Is it good for us to then be involved in it as well?
I don't know. I don't know exactly how it benefits us, besides the fact that like it sucks when there's a dictator that's slaughtering his neighbors because he feels like it. From a moral standpoint, morally, it's the right thing, but we also choose to.
I'd agree with that part.
Yeah,
I agree with that part.
But we also pick and choose which of these causes that we're going to support and which ones we aren't. Like countries take over other countries and start wars all the time, and we don't send a ton of money to help them if they don't have anything that can help us. And so obviously we feel differently about Ukraine, whether it's just to like bleed money from Putin or if it's to like maintain a good relationship with Ukraine because they've got resources that we want. I don't know how materially like this sort of benefits us, but I would say that if there's a dictator that starts a war with his neighboring country and kills like hundreds of thousands of people, from a moral standpoint, then it's good that we support the people who are being invaded. But that's not how the U.S. always looks at things.
Okay.
So Jerry, it's a long way to say like I don't really know why we're spending all this money over there when we've got a lot of issues to take care of at home. But I do hope that we take care of our issues at home.
Yeah, I think that should be priority. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, how much did the people in California get? How much money do they get?
I don't know.
$770 or something like that.
I don't know all the exact numbers on that.
I mean,
but
that's the sad part, you know.
I think it matters. Like they're gonna have to deal with insurance too. Like if you lost your home out there, then you get some insurance money. I don't know if the $700. I think that's like a temporary thing that you get. I don't know if that's the end all be all. I don't know. Okay, so that's a geopolitical roundup. I think we covered everything. Big T, what else was on your sheet?
Kanye's wife.
Oh yeah. I thought
T's
she looked
and
great.
P out.
You hardly ever see the P out.
Yeah, crazy.
And it was out.
So did they get like kicked out? I saw that they were like asked to leave
invited.
or something.
So they basically just like showed up unannounced and then were escorted out because they tried to like enter the venue and they were like, you're not supposed to be here.
I think it should be like a Masters situation. If you've won a Grammy, you're invited in perpetuity.
I'm sure it's like that for a lot of people. I don't know if Kanye falls under that bill.
So they show up uninvited, and then she takes her clothes off.
She had no clothes on to begin with, really. She just had that coat.
She had a dress on. That
Jerry.
was a dress. That was a see-through dress. That was a dress. She had clothes on. Let's not say she was complete. There was a dress on.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was the best dress of the night.
I would have to agree. That was a great dress.
Yeah, I mean, if we're just being honest, Jerry's correct. She was wearing clothes, and then she got kicked out. I thought she looked.
Did you guys see that there was a second naked look at Kanye's after party?
Oh, so she stayed. She kept her clothes on.
She had a second naked dress. Hold on.
Okay. What was different from the second dress?
It was black. So it was still naked like the first dress, but it was just a 1% more opaque.
Yeah. She was even more clothed for this one.
Exactly, but she
put on.
Yeah.
It got cold. It got cold.
Yeah.
All right, so what do I look up? Bianca after party?
I'm sending it to you right now. It's
okay,
also
please,
I stand mistaken. It was not a dress. It was in fact a bodysuit.
Okay.
For the second look. Hold on. And also, I'm going to say something. This is a censored image I am sending you, just in case. Sorry.
Oh, she's even more clothed here. Yeah, I see this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is not.
No, this is nothing.
You can still see T and P. You can see P.
That's not nothing.
The first one is...
Or no, I mean, it is virtually nothing, I mean.
You can see P.
Why are we shaming her? I'm just curious from the female perspective, like why are we body shaming this woman? I think we should celebrate it.
I haven't really seen anyone body shaming her. It's people calling Kanye a freakazoid, which is accurate.
Why? Because his wife has nipples?
No, because he does this whole kit and caboodle and his poor wife is just like there.
So
I got a little beef with Kanye.
Really? I think a lot of people do.
No. Sometimes that Yeezy site, he drops some stuff. It's like $20.
Mm-hmm.
There was these like slippers that he came out with like a year or two ago that were like $29.99. I was like, yeah, let me just see what this is about. It was the slippers with each individual toe has a slot on them, and just like to walk around the house with or take out the trash with, whatever. I thought it'd be just different and cool or whatever, maybe comfortable. I never received it. I ordered it, but I never received. I feel like it was a scam.
I don't think you feel like it. I think it was a scam. Yeah.
And there were
Remember
how much?
when those were hot in the streets?
$29.99.
Those shoes with the toes in them.
Yeah. They looked like that, kind of, in a way. They were all black, but
better footwear fad, that or Heelys. Were you around for Heelys, JJ?
I was around. Yeah, I had a pair.
I was a monster on the Heelys.
Yeah, those are fun.
Did you guys ever hurt yourselves on them?
Not that I recall. My house was on a big hill, so I would just Heely down the hill all the time. It was awesome.
Fun. You know what I've noticed is that like kids are way better at those wheeled things than adults are. Kids have such good balance. Like you can see kids on Heelys just cruising around, swerving. You see like 3-year-olds on those scooters, and they're just whipping around. They're just like they look like they're driving a car. They're so coordinated. Yeah. If you put me on one of those, I break my ankle within half a second.
Oh yeah,
kids have great balance. I think that this is a great bodysuit that she's wearing. I'm sick of all the body shaming of her. I think this might be the start of a trend. We might see more celebrities just doing this, and God bless them if they decide that this makes them happy. Why do you guys think that Kanye is making her do this?
Because he's done like she always wears weird ass shit like this with him.
Well, I think they're both weird ass people.
Yeah, but there's like before he and her got together, she looked 1,000,000 times different, and she was the head of architecture at a firm, like had a whole thing going on. And now it seems that Kanye uses her as some sort of accessory, and it's just really sad. And it's like and she walks around like barefoot in public, like it's very sinister vibes. And
yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. And it seems like if you look at like before and after pictures, like before Kanye versus now, like she looks completely different. And like
she's a lot skinnier.
Yeah.
Maybe Luka needs to start dating Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Drop
I think
a few
it's
LBs.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's on the nitrous, I feel like.
Yeah.
A lot of people have talked about that.
Who, Kanye?
Yeah.
Remember that whole thing came out where it was like he was going through what was like $50,000 worth of nitrous like a year or a month or something?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he is.
That fries your brain, that stuff.
Yeah. Well, and then did you see his whole thing with like he posted that he's only following Taylor Swift on Instagram, and then he went on this like Twitter rampage.
He made her famous.
But like then he was tweeting a ton again, which is usually not like a great sign for his mental fortitude.
Yeah. I did see something that we should address. I wish Arian was here for this too. Taylor Swift has legs.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Bonk.
Breaking
Where's
news.
she going in the ass
that
draft?
was very
JJ?
revealing. You want to talk about revealing? That's revealing.
Well, her T and her P were in.
It felt like it was a trend that was designed to piss a lot of people off when they're like, oh man, Taylor Swift all caked up. And they show the picture of her leg and she's got like a normal skinny leg. But the fact that she showed her leg, everybody's like, whoa, holy shit, she is thicker than a Snicker. I didn't think she was that thick personally. I thought she had a normal looking leg.
I have some questions about the Grammys for Mackenzie and Madeline, because I think y'all will know the answers.
Yeah.
I obviously did not watch, but on social media, obviously it's all everywhere. They just make up people now, and they just show up at the Grammys. Who is Benson Boone?
So that's a person that exists.
That's a fake guy.
So Benson Boone is known for one song, and it's the Beautiful Things that he performed last night, and he is also known for doing those front flips. He does front flips.
So once I saw the song, I recognized it as a social media plague that's been going around for a while.
And it was the most streamed song. That song has 5 billion streams.
What?
Yes. It was the most
Does that
streamed
include,
song.
is that because it's viewed so many times on TikTok?
No, that is streaming numbers. I'm going to pull up his exact Spotify. I mean, this is Spotify.
That's unbelievable. My favorite tweet I saw last night was, I don't know anything about this guy, but this song is always in Instagram reels of influencer couples who are one Audi repo away from a murder-suicide at a Hyatt Regency, which was my favorite tweet.
Yeah. So on Spotify alone, so this isn't including like Apple or anything, it has 1.7 billion.
That's unreal.
And it came out less like in 2024.
There was another guy, Teddy Swims.
Yes, he is also
fake guy.
Well,
he's got a
PFT,
great
don't you have a connection with him?
We opened up for Teddy Swims. Punk opened up for him at One Bite Pizza Fest.
Really?
Yeah,
he's got a great voice. Really good. You'd probably like Teddy Swims.
Yeah, I feel like you would vibe with him more than you would vibe with Benson Boone.
I don't know. I'm looking at Teddy Swims. I don't know if this is my guy.
Teddy Swims has the I Lose Control song. So he's the I Lose Control.
I don't vibe with him.
So that's that. But both of them sound AI made up, plopped into society. Specifically Benson Boone, because he just does front flips.
Yeah, I've never, not once in my life heard his name until yesterday.
I understand why you may have missed him along the way. I knew who he was prior, but only because of that one song and the fact all he does when he does public performances like that is he gets up on the piano and then he front flips off.
That's his whole bit?
That's his bit. And also he wears really, really tight jumpsuits, kind of like how Harry Styles does, but less tailored and Harry Styles doesn't do flips. And has more than one song.
So this guy, he does flips. That's why he's famous.
Yeah, and has that one song.
Is he gonna be like actually famous, or are we never gonna hear from him again?
So if I'm sensing it correctly, I think this is it for the guy. But he was nominated for Best New Artist. So was Teddy Swims, but like he was nominated for Best New Artist. Like he is Grammy nominated technically. I can't remember if that Beautiful Thing song was nominated for Song of the or Record of the Year. I mean, he's technically Grammy nominated. There are a lot of people who are Grammy nominated. I think this is his. He's burning fast and bright.
It's a good moment for him. Hope he enjoyed it.
I Googled Best New Artist 2019 just to see who the nominees were, to see what the ratio is. So it was Dua Lipa, obviously has gone on to do great for herself. Chloe X Halle, I have not heard from them.
She was Little Mermaid.
Okay,
okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's doing okay.
They're doing good.
If she gets the gig as Little Mermaid.
Luke Combs doing very well. Greta Van Vliet, I've heard that name, so I assume. Okay, her.
Yep, good.
Margot Price, have not heard of that. BB Rexa was around for a minute, but has since.
Yeah.
You're looking at like a 50% strike rate.
Yeah, and then someone named Georgia Smith, Georja.
But more recently, like in the 2020s, it was like Olivia Rodrigo, Victoria Monet was last year. 2020, Billie Eilish. Like they have some
right, but you're naming the winners, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh, are you just saying nominated people?
Yeah, I just said let's go back 5 or 6 years, look at the nominees, and see how many of them are.
Yeah, but yeah.
Did he win?
No, Chaperone won Best New Artist.
Oh,
but Benson Boone is a NPC.
Benson Boone.
If you agree with that, then I feel more vindicated.
Yeah, I don't know.
The name sounds made up.
I don't know a ton of people who are like tuned in for this guy's like career trajectory. Let's see if his real name is Benson Boone.
Definitely.
His name is Benson James Boone. Yeah.
There's no way.
22 years old. I mean, pretty good for a 22-year-old. Like that's a cool.
Where's he from?
He is actually from. Oh, I thought it said a different state. Monroe, Washington. I thought it said Monroe, Virginia. Sorry.
Okay.
So Washington State.
All right.
Which also adds up. This guy looks like he's from Washington State.
What does a guy from Washington State look like?
Benson Boone.
Hipster.
And he's got a mustache. Yeah, this guy kind of looks exactly like a dude from Washington State. What are your other questions about the Grammys?
It was mostly just those two. I saw Beyonce won the Best Country Album. Yeah, I mean, again, you couldn't pay me to watch it, but I was just seeing.
I had a great time. Did you have a good time, Mackenzie?
Yeah, I liked it.
I was screaming and clapping and dancing in my apartment alone.
Good.
Yeah.
It does make me feel very old when I watch it.
Doechii did very well. Chaperone.
Who?
Doechii. She won Best Rap Album.
Is this who is this?
She is.
Spell that for me.
DOE.
You definitely don't know.
CHII.
I mean, these are JJ. These are fake people.
I haven't heard any.
So
of
Doechii was also nominated for Best New Artist, so she's new. But I love her. She is who I think out of those three people that you don't know. I have money on her if I remember.
She rose to prominence on TikTok with the viral success of her 2021 song "Yucky Blucky Fruitcake."
She's
wow.
That's fake.
Big T. Do you remember that song? It was like one of the biggest TikTok songs like during quarantine. What it is, ho? What's up?
Yes,
that's her.
Okay.
But she performed last night. I love her. She performed last night and did it amazing. And won Best Rap Album.
Did Sierra win anything?
No.
Interesting.
Was Russie
I don't know
there?
if she was there.
No, Russie was not there. I don't believe.
That's interesting.
I don't think Sierra.
I think Sierra is incredible.
I don't know if she released music this year, Jer.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah.
Out of respect, they should invite her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alicia Keys got the Lifetime Achievement Award. That was fun.
I like her though.
Same.
I will say. I like her.
I want her to just like tell me I'm doing a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
great on the piano.
Great.
She's incredible.
Is she a bit young to be getting a Lifetime Achievement Award?
Alicia Keys is...
Hang on.
Okay, I have it.
I bet she is 47.
Close, but not quite.
50?
Close, but not quite.
49.
No.
48.
No.
Okay, you got just
44.
So wait, she's 44 and she's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award?
It might not be. Wait, hold on. Time out. It was...
Like, imagine Brandon Walker getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Sorry. Lifetime Achievement Award is the wrong thing. She got the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes more sense. But actually, now that I say it, we should give Brandon Walker a Lifetime Achievement. That makes me feel so bad.
Yeah. Also, I learned last night that Alicia Keys married to Swizz Beatz.
Okay.
I learned that.
Very musical family.
Yeah.
I have to get going here in New Orleans because we got a bunch of like interviews and pods to tape. But I know that we have some voicemails, and so we'll handle those. We'll handle those in-house. I hope to be back on Wednesday. Our schedule is still, or I guess for Thursday's show that we tape on Wednesday, our schedule is still getting firmed up right now, depending on like interviews with some of the players on teams that have very tight schedules. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try my best to be on for at least a part of it. And Arian needs to be on that show to answer for his takes, for the record.
We would love to have you.
All right. Well, love you guys. Thank you for filling in, Jerry. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Anytime.
Big T,
Yep.
Mad Dog McKenzie. We will see you. Big T, you were just about to talk about Steven Singer Jewelers.
Always. Valentine's Day is here. Everyone knows our friend Steven Singer, the I Hate Steven Singer guy, always has your back for Valentine's Day. You've seen his billboards, you've heard him on the radio, but why all the hate? Well, because Steven's unbeatable free shipping, free 100-day returns, free upgrades, and free lifetime warranties, Steven Singer is the most hated jeweler by other jewelers. On top of that, Steven has the best gift for Valentine's Day. Picture it, a real long-stem American Beauty rose. JJ's got it in his hand right there. Preserved and lavishly dipped in pure 24-karat gold, starting at just $59. Get a gift that will last. Steven's beautiful Valentine's Day red rose is romantic and will not wilt or die. This gift is unique, sentimental, and get this, guaranteed to last a lifetime. This is the perfect gift. Look at it. JJ, you going to get one of those for your girl?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get one of these.
They look amazing. Add your own personalized love message in Steven's signature gift box and ship for free in time for Valentine's Day. Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com for real roses dipped and trimmed in real gold from a jeweler you can trust. Steven Singer Jewelers. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. All right, so we got some voicemails.
What up, Macrodosing crew? This is Steve from Kansas. Shout out Short King U. My question is, what would your call sign be if you were a character in Top Gun? And what would your number be if you played quarterback? And what would your number be if you were a point guard in the NBA? Love the show. Stay handsome, gorgeous, etc.
My number is the same for both. It would be number 2. It's my favorite number. When I was a kid, it was my uncle's number. He played college basketball. And so then it became my number playing baseball. And then Matt Ryan was number 2, who's one of my favorite football players. So it would be 2 as a quarterback, and if I was that's a good point guard number 2.
Yeah, it's
Derek
a good number.
Fisher.
It's a good number.
What other point guards are 2?
Tyree?
Was he 2 on the Cavs?
Yes.
I don't know. Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember him being 2.
It's a good number. I think football quarterback, I'd probably choose 7.
Like
little
7. Little JJ Vick.
Yeah, Vic, Roethlisberger. I like that number.
Some troubled pasts.
Yeah, troubled guys. Point guard, I'd like 1 on a point guard.
Yeah,
I do.
You want to look sleek.
Yeah,
you can't have your point guard wearing 18.
No, you can't. Yeah, I'd probably choose one of that. What was the Top Gun thing? I don't know. I never
if you
even seen
so
it.
You know how they call each other like Maverick or
Goose.
Yeah.
I never seen it.
Oh, you got to watch both Top Guns.
Yeah.
Top Gun 2. Report back to me after you watch Top Gun 2.
Okay.
You will love that movie.
Yeah.
That's just like a nickname for people?
So yeah, it's their
Call sign.
their pilots in the Air Force,
Okay,
and
gotcha.
they're like, yeah, this is Maverick calling to Goose or whatever.
Okay. I just choose like bomber.
I like that.
Bomber. Should drop bombs. Do they drop bombs?
Some of them, yeah.
Bomber. I use that one.
I feel like maybe Tank. That was my nickname playing baseball growing
I
up.
like
That's
that.
good.
Yeah. Big Tank.
I like that. Tank.
Big T and the T is for tank.
Yours could just be Big T.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Eagle 2. Shout out Parks and Rec.
You ready?
Has anyone here watched Parks and Rec?
Yes.
Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I don't
Great
think so,
scene.
but-
Great scene.
You remind me of Tom Haverford most of the time.
I'd say
I go
Ron.
more for a Ron Swanson vibe, but
some
I've got a little Tommy Timberlake as well.
I feel like you are like if we were doing like astrology signs, like your sun is Ron Swanson, but like you have your rising or something.
My moon rising
is Tom Haverford.
Totally.
Like you give that off sometimes.
Sequence. Sequence without the gloves.
Treat yourself.
Right.
Most nights I'll be playing PlayStation and I'll just be looking for something to put on YouTube. And I've watched so many Parks and Rec compilations now that there's always one on my like suggested. Yeah. So I watch one pretty much every night.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like you doing, I know you've done it before, but like the Tom Haverford where it's like
apps and zerts.
Yeah.
Trays are entrees. Tortillas are bean blakies. Air conditioners are cool blasters with a Z. Don't know where I came up with that one.
Yeah.
And I call forks food rakes.
See, like that makes me laugh.
I used to have that whole thing memorized. I've forgotten some of them now, but anyway.
Okay, next voicemail.
Next voicemail.
Hey, Macro Crew. This is AJ from Dallas. I'm calling in because my wife and I recently married. We're thinking about starting to try to have kids, and I want to make sure I'm a pretty cool dad, or at least have some cool dad skills. Is there one thing that your dads kind of had as like a cool dad skill, or maybe some quips or something like that was kind of stood out in your life growing up that you think I should be able to try to develop before little ones actually start coming around? And if so, I'd love to hear the stories. You guys are all beautiful and handsome in your own way, and stay lovely.
Feel like we got to go to JJ the dad on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I always just try to just show my son how strong I am. Whether that's like lifting a kitchen chair.
It's powerful.
Or like moving the couch. Or just throwing them in the air and catching them. Just like, look how strong I am.
You want your kids to know that you're capable of anything.
Yeah, of anything. Yeah, of anything. It's like, whatever. If he's in the backyard and I'm on, just chipping or something like that, I'm like, watch Daddy get this in this hole.
Yeah.
Take like 10 tries. And it's like, look, I did it. I could do anything,
Feel like you got to be able to play a good game of catch.
Yeah, he can't catch yet. I mean,
right,
still
but
young,
just as a dad, that's a skill you want to have.
100% catch, very important. Very important.
I feel like wrestling with your toddlers.
I do that a lot too.
That was always really fun to do with my dad.
And what I do most of the time is like I'll make it known that like I can keep you down if I want to, but
right,
I'll let you up. I'll let you up. So he sometimes he wins there.
But if you ever try to get wise,
yeah, he's staying down.
Yeah.
This isn't like a physical attribute, but my dad was always like he had a guy. Like if anyone ever needed anything, like he knew who to call, or like he had a friend that could help you do something or whatever. So,
that's great.
So like just like
That's
having connections, like knowing a lot of people, I guess.
I think you also need to ascertain a very deep knowledge of one particular niche subject.
That's also like being good at trivia, just generally, because it's like it doesn't really matter, but
I think more than general, like you need like World War I is your thing. Like
you need to be a T-shaped person. A lot of knowledge on one subject.
A T-shaped person?
Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard
of that?
What
is that? No.
It's like if you are a person and you're set up and you look like a T, it's like all of your interests and your knowledge is the top of the T, and then you go real deep into one, and that's the base of the T.
I see.
You see what I mean?
I see.
Yeah. T-shaped person.
Okay. Yeah, I think you've got to have one thing that like you know everything about. You got to start reading some books. Like, oh, my dad's reading this Ulysses Grant biography. Like,
yeah,
you've got to pick a thing.
I'm trying to think of what like my dad's thing was. I don't know.
I don't know. Mine's was baseball, but that's like.
Yeah, like your dad is huge into minor league baseball.
Yeah.
Like that's a good spot to
A
have.
niche thing to have, yes.
Speaking of books, I went to a bookstore yesterday. They don't talk about bookstores anymore. Good spot.
Great spot.
So it's such a good vibe.
Like Barnes and Noble? Like
Yeah.
that?
The problem is I just found the books that I wanted to read / listen to and then just took pictures of them and then added them on my Spotify. So I see why the bookstores aren't doing amazing right
It's your
now.
fault.
Yeah. That's funny.
But I thought in my head, I was like, I would maybe like to pick this up and read it. And then I was like, that's because then that's the only thing you're doing.
Yeah.
I could just listen while I'm walking to work or doing whatever, playing video games.
Does that go for every book? Spotify has every book?
Not every book, but a lot.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't
And then even if not, you can just buy the audiobook for like $10 or something.
Damn. I didn't know that was like a big thing.
Oh, yeah.
It makes it so much easier.
Oh,
yeah.
I read a lot of books without reading a word.
You listen to a lot of
Yep.
books.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I
That's
say I've read them.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, no, bookstores are good places. You know what's a nice, like, bring you back down to earth? Bookstore in an airport. They're somehow like
Those
soundproof. No. Some have like actual real bookstores. Like O'Hare has a really nice bookstore right next to the food court, and like all of the noise cancels out, and you're just left with just books.
It's not the same. Does it have the smell?
It has the smell.
Really?
Yes.
Because
That's half the reason
smell
you go
of a
in there.
bookstore
The-
is outstanding.
smell of-
Top 10 smell for
The
me.
smell of that papyrus. Yeah.
I can't even.
Top 10 smell. We got to get you into a
bookstore.
bookstore, JJ.
There's a really nice Barnes and Noble in, I believe Wicker Park. It was an old bank.
What does it smell like? Like paper?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like there's usually a coffee shop in there, so you get some of the coffee aroma. It's a great smell.
I like that.
Did you ever have the thing growing up where your parents would just like take you to a Barnes and Noble and just like let you hang out?
My great grandma and I loved to go to Borders when that was in
yes.
business.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God,
we would go-
Borders.
We'd go to Borders all the time and spend an hour.
What a
in there.
throwback.
I know.
Yeah, Borders was the best, and it was huge. The one in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, Borders. Yeah, like my parents would just take us to Barnes and Noble and they had like the train tables upstairs and they had like a little stage you could like run around on. Oh, it was awesome. God. Yeah, I love Barnes and Noble. I love bookstores.
It's a great vibe, but I do see why they're going out of business.
Perfect example.
You
Thank
are
you.
contributing.
Yeah. Or you'd go and read Tiger Beat and without buying the magazine. Yeah, that rocked. Okay, next voicemail.
What's up, Macrodosing? This is Tyler from Cleveland. My question is, if you could change lives or trade lives with one person from history for 1 month, who would it be? And so it could be anybody. It could be Alexander the Great. It could be Arian. It could be Jesus if you wanted to do that. But nothing changes like history or anything. So if you wanted to be like Tom Brady when he won one of his Super Bowls for that month, you would still win the Super Bowl. You couldn't lose the Super Bowl. So yeah, that's my question. Love the show. Keep doing what you're doing, and have a good one.
Maybe. I mean, I'm a huge George Washington guy, so maybe GW. Didn't have a, it's not like. I guess if it's only for a month, so if you choose to be Lincoln, like you're not going to get shot.
Yeah, no. I don't know what. Joe Exotic, maybe. I like that. I like him a lot.
Which month?
Any month before prison.
Okay. You see, he's
Steve
real.
Irwin?
He's
Steve
real sad
Yeah,
that
he
Trump
didn't get a
is
pardon.
leaving him in.
Yeah, tough for Joe Exotic.
Hate to see it.
Hate to see it. Steve Irwin, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Universally beloved.
Yeah, great.
I guess
guy.
I was thinking more like historical, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then he said Tom Brady.
no,
as
but
the
yeah, I guess if
example.
you can be anybody,
Yeah, I'd say like Derek Jeter.
be cool.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Athletes, like I feel like most athletes' experiences are pretty much the same, unless you're a LeBron or somebody like
Yeah.
that. Like, there's only been one GW.
Yeah.
Cross the Delaware. Go fuck up the British on Christmas.
Yeah.
True. Or maybe like an Olympian. win a gold medal.
Michael Phelps during that 2008 run would probably be pretty sick.
Cool. That'd be pretty sick. I will say that.
Yeah, I guess if you're looking for a specific month,
Yeah.
like someone who went on just a crazy tear.
Jeremy
Lin.
I was just gonna say Linsanity.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I had a Jeremy Lin jersey as a kid. Like, Jeremy Lin was the man for 6 weeks.
Yes.
I know.
Huge.
He was a beast.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a
interesting. Somebody
very
who won
broad
like
question.
a reality show, like American Idol or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like Kelly Clarkson, maybe.
Ruben Studdard.
I cried when he won because
me too.
I wanted Clay Aiken to win.
Oh, I cried at it. Happiness.
I was like,
You remember that? What year was that?
I don't even know, but I was a child and I was like obsessed with Clay
04,
Aiken.
05?
Yeah, what year was that?
I would have guessed it was earlier than that.
Maybe
it was 2003.
Yeah.
So I was like 7 or 8.
Okay, then yeah.
And I literally ran up to my room crying because I was so upset he lost.
Were y'all? Did you cry when David Cook won?
Over David Archuleta?
No.
I wasn't as big.
I didn't really
American
care
Idol.
that much
Oh,
for
that was
like
my-
either of them.
That was my peak Idol viewing.
Oh, yeah. When they were like making jokes like the winner's name is David.
I remember when, like, you would try to call in to vote for American Idol, and like you couldn't get through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't have communal experiences like that anymore.
I will say, I know that might not be your cup of tea, but Dancing with the Stars does give something like that now.
Yeah. You can
But
you
don't
can
you
text.
like vote online?
Yeah,
But you can text.
Yeah.
The calling does add a je ne sais quoi
I'd be calling on the house phone.
on that landline.
Yeah. For American Idol.
Had to put in +1 before.
Yes, exactly.
Kids these days don't even know what a home phone
No.
is.
Yeah. God.
People don't. My parents still have one.
Really?
Are we unk?
We might
We're
be
unk.
unk. We might be
We're
unk.
unked.
Damn. Was that the last voicemail?
Yeah. Unless you want to play that super special one.
No, yeah, we listened to one that was interesting. I don't know that it's good show material.
No.
JJ, you got any other thoughts? Anything we need to touch on? Now that it's just me and you in here?
Now that Dad's gone.
Eric's gone. No, not really. What have I been watching a lot of? I've been the Lone Survivor movie. You ever seen Lone Survivor?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, that guy Marcus Luttrell might be a fraud.
I've seen some stuff about that. Yeah.
That movie isn't really accurate of what exactly happened. You know, I don't know. I just been watching a lot of that stuff. You know who's no free ads, but whose podcast I love? Sean Ryan. You know that guy?
So I'm familiar with him. I haven't listened to a ton of it,
God.
but I see clips. Yeah.
Very good. Very great interviewer. Has a lot of Navy SEALs on his podcast. It's pretty awesome. I've been in like a military.
Have you seen The Covenant?
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, that's a must watch.
Guy Ritchie?
Yep.
Incredible movie. But yeah, I've been on a military kick last.
Then
couple
you
months.
gotta watch the Top Guns. I can't believe you haven't seen those.
But is that like I like realistic? Like, I don't know. Like,
Listen, the first one is not gonna wow you.
Okay.
Well, it's also from like 30 years ago.
It's 40. It's from the 80s. It's a good movie.
Okay.
Like if it was in the 80s, I would have been like, this kicks ass.
Uh-huh.
Now it's fine.
Yeah.
Top Gun 2.
Should I just go right to 2 or no?
2 will hit a lot harder for you if you see 1.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like watching Top Gun 2, and I went to see it in the theaters twice.
Oh wow.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I gotta check it out then. I gotta check it out.
Must watch.
Yeah, Glenn Powell
Yeah, I gotta check.
That's
that out.
not why, but he is in it.
and Miles Teller.
That guy's pretty handsome, right?
Yep.
Miles Teller. Am I thinking about the same guy? Yeah.
He's the Philadelphia guy.
Yeah.
He goes to like every Phillies game.
Okay. Yeah. I think I know who
Yeah.
that is. Yeah.
Great movie.
Really good movie.
I gotta check it out. Yeah.
And I'm not like a military movie type. Good movie.
Yeah. What about these plane crashes? I mean.
Yeah, that's we probably should have led with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty wild.
Like 3 and 4 days.
Yeah, I mean the United one just caught on fire. Seen
That was in Houston
No.
too.
Yeah, United flight.
Was that today?
It was yesterday, I think.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Houston and New York. That could have been Arian.
I hate flying so much. I really do. I get nervous every time I fly.
Well, you always see people be like, imagine that your plane is in jello, like
Yes.
talking about
That's- I mean,
turbulence.
that's what I
like,
think every time.
Nothing's going to happen to it. But now they're kind of just dropping out of the sky.
Yeah.
So it seems like that's bullshit.
I think there's an easy fix to this.
I'd love to hear it.
Every single passenger, a plane should be designed to, like, God forbid if something was to go seriously wrong, a plane just, everybody has a parachute, and a plane just opens up. Like, the both sides just open up, and you just take off your seatbelt and jump out, press a button, and your parachute comes out.
So I have seen people say, like, why can't planes have a gigantic parachute?
Yeah.
Which I'm sure it's infinitely more complicated than that.
Yeah.
But it does seem like you could have something.
Yeah, it has to. I mean, I have a question. Can you board an airplane, and your book bag is a parachute, and you always sit in the exit row on the, window?
I suppose it's possible.
Will they look at you weird? I'm sure.
Probably.
Right? Yeah, right.
But
It's nothing really they could do, right?
I mean, it's also like that one in Philadelphia. I don't know how long it had been in free fall, but you're going fast.
I know, that's the thing. Yeah, that's got to be so scary.
Oh, that's got to be the worst way to die.
I think so too. Well, yeah,
drowning maybe, but
caught on fire. Because I mean, when they hit, they're dead immediately.
But like
you would hope
happening before you're dead.
The 45 seconds of a plane falling out of the sky and knowing you're about to. I can't even
think about it. Yeah, that's got to be so sad.
Like at least, yeah, I don't know. That's bad stuff.
Yeah.
But we didn't have a plane crash for fucking years, and now they're all just crashing. So,
what was the other? Did you see the clip of the guy? I think it was the one in Philly when he was like, people were saying he was like terrorist because he was like Allah Akbar or something like that.
I have not seen that.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I feel like maybe that guy just seen the plane.
I would still like some sort of explanation for the helicopter flying right into a plane as well.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't get that at all. I don't understand that. And it's kind of like, I know Alex Jones was talking about it. He's talking about remote controls that can control helicopters that somebody might have hacked into. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, I wouldn't put any money on that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I'm just saying like what he was talking about. I don't technically believe that, but
yeah, I would like to know why the planes are falling out of the sky. I don't think that's too much to ask.
What I don't get is this. I mean, I guess most of us drive newer or newish cars. Like, what year is your car, Big T?
2017.
Okay, that's newer, I'd say. Anybody else drive a car or have a car here? Like, there's people on the road that drive cars from the 90s and the early 2000s, and they break down, you know what I mean, all the time. How do these planes just, maybe most of them, just not break down?
I have thought of that when I've been on a plane that's very clearly older.
Yes, me too. That's what I'm saying.
Every plane, they should at least make it look like every plane should go no longer than 3 years without like a complete refurbishment.
I'd agree with that.
Just the interior, just to make me feel like safer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go on a plane and be like, oh, I can tell this plane is old.
I mean, airlines make so much money, right?
Yeah.
Like why shouldn't we should have like a seat that just projects out of the plane and there's a parachute attached to it and you press one button. I don't understand why we can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think people would like press it by mistake and just?
Yeah, I don't know how you would have to control that.
Yeah,
because there's got to be a way to just put a gigantic parachute on the plane.
There has to be. I mean, I don't know about a parachute. Like, a plane's really heavy.
Well, make a really heavy parachute.
Yeah. I mean, they make so much money.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's got to be something they can do to have 0 fatalities if something goes wrong. You know what I mean?
I'm seeing that there are some planes that have parachutes.
Really?
The Cirrus Airframe Parachute System, CAPS, is a whole plane ballistic parachute recovery system designed specifically for Cirrus Aircraft's line of general aviation light aircraft, including the SR-20, SR-22. The design became the first of its kind to become certified with the FAA, achieving certification in October of 1998. And as of 2022 was the only aircraft ballistic parachute used as standard equipment by an aviation company. Now, these are tiny planes.
Yeah, it might be different,
But they've got a parachute.
They got to do something. Because I feel, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I feel like when you board a plane, 70% of those people are scared to fly. Not scared, like they think they're going to go down every flight, but they're nervous. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting in a giant metal tube going 35,000 feet in the sky and hopefully landing safely.
But they say it's the safest thing.
I mean, statistically speaking, it is. But, so there are infinitely more car wrecks, right?
Yeah.
But most car wrecks, you'll be completely fine.
Yeah.
If you're on if a plane crashes, you're going to die 100% of the time.
Yeah.
So while there are many times fewer, it only takes one. You can get in 17 car wrecks and be completely fine.
Yeah. I love the parachute idea.
Also,
pitch that to somebody.
TSA, you are allowed to bring a parachute through TSA, but it has to be packed separately. So it can't be in like your carry-on, which why would it be? That kind of defeats the purpose.
Use it as your personal item.
Yeah, you can use it as your personal item, right?
And it can be with or without some type of engine or something. Wait. It says with or without automatic activation devices, which I don't know what that is. But
yeah, I don't know what that is.
Maybe if it like feels, if something you're dropping fast enough, it automatically opens.
Oh.
But that wouldn't be good because now it's opened in the plane.
Exactly.
I guess it wouldn't matter that much.
But I also think most of the time parachutes aren't being opened inside a closed thing.
Yeah. Also, why is there only like 2 exit rows? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's, again, this is me guessing. I would assume physics has something to do with it.
Well, maybe also just like it's impractical to put a door on every row of the plane. Yeah. And those are for, I guess, if you like land in the water.
Yeah.
Like if the plane is falling out of the sky, you're pretty much just
I mean that's
the door isn't
no matter
gonna
what.
do anything.
So
yeah.
It's not like everybody can get out and like what are you gonna do? Jump?
Yeah.
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 It is free.
Would you I can't even think about this, it's so terrible. Would you rather the plane's going down?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather sit there and wait till the plane crashes?
Mm-hmm.
Or try to jump out and hopefully you like pass out before you die?
You think just from like I honestly think either way I think I could be really wrong here, and I don't know if there's a way of telling, but I think if a plane is in a full nosedive, I would almost guarantee almost everybody's passed out.
Maybe.
Like
I would hope so.
I would hope so, yeah. Like that fast nosedive down, either from anxiety or just the speed, I just feel like everybody would just be unconscious.
Yeah, I don't think at that rate you're even able to get up.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
think so.
probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is dark. This is
not good.
Not
good.
Not good.
I don't want to.
I hate traveling.
Yeah, I don't want to get on a plane. No.
I don't either. I have to go on multiple planes in the next couple of weeks.
And you fly on some PJs, which those are
more
dangerous.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I mean,
like I'd much rather be on a commercial plane.
I think so too. For sure. Yeah, I think the convenience is incredible, but you feel a lot more on those things. Turbulence, you feel that so much. And there has never been, is this true, a plane crash due to turbulence? Never?
That's what they say.
I guess.
It's like the Jello thing. Like,
yeah. I think it's like a symptom, not the cause. Like, I think I'm sure in plane crashes, there are turbulence, but turbulence isn't what's bringing you down.
Gotcha.
I mean, thousands of planes fly every day. There's turbulence on a ton of them, and nothing ever happens unless
I think there's turbulence on every single flight. I've
probably.
Ever took.
Turbulence doesn't bother me at all. It's
really?
No, yeah.
What scares you then?
Just the thought of
okay.
one of these engines going.
Well, they have 2 engines, right?
But then, I mean, now that we know that they can just drop out of the sky or a Black Hawk helicopter flies right into you.
Yeah.
I might not go to D.C. for a while. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah, no. You know what's crazy, too? It's like, I don't really want to talk about it. It's just scary stuff. Like if the pilot, I don't want to.
Well, you have to now.
Like if if both pilots, the pilot and the co-pilot, are like, on like, they want to just end everything. It's just like they can do that if they want to.
Yeah, I mean, in most situations, there's not much you can do if someone doesn't care about their own life.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Well, have a great week, everybody. This has been a great show.
Great start to the week.
I don't know what's something good that happened this weekend.
Rory won a tournament.
Yeah, good. Vols won. All right. That's the show. We'll see you on Thursday.
Mm.